What if I told you retirement isn't just an age, it's a math problem? When planning for retirement, we first have to focus on the time horizon. More importantly, what a time horizon is and why it matters to your plans. For the sake of this video, we're going to keep it simple. The time horizon is the amount of time between now and when you need your money. The reason that this is so important is the amount of time you have determines how much risk you can take in your portfolio. That's the formula. That's what guides everything else. Guides what to invest in, how much to save, and how to stay on course when the market tests your nerves. If your goal is 3 years away, like buying a home, you don't want your money in a volatile situation like stocks. But if your goal is 25 years out, like retirement, you need volatility. You need some risk because that's what drives growth. Here's a question we ask every client. When do you want to stop working? Or at the very least, slow down? Some people shrug, others give a specific age, but until you answer that for yourself, you're just guessing with your money. Let's say you're 35 and you want to fully retire by age 60. We do the math and find out that's a 25-year time horizon. That's great. Now we have a direction. We can reverse engineer the math. We can model and we can decide how much risk you need to take, how much you need to save, and how much money not to touch. But let's say you're 52 and have that same goal of retiring at age 60. This means it's a very different strategy. We realize there's only an 8-year time horizon. That's a lot less time and a lot less room for error. The portfolio that you're going to want to build is going to have to shift. It's going to have to focus more on capital preservation, income, and stability. Because again, there's no time to take risks that could leave you exposed when it comes time to retire. When planning for retirement, time is your greatest asset, but that's only if you plan around it. When it comes to the aspect of risk, a lot of people will say something along the lines of, I'm not comfortable with risk. Okay, but here's the truth. Risk tolerance isn't just about personality, it's also about time. Let me explain. If you're 29 years old and saving for retirement at age 65, that's a 36-year time horizon. That means your portfolio can be aggressive. You can afford to ride through market drops. You don't need the money right now. That means you have time to recover and regroup as time goes on. But if you're 58 and want to retire in 4 years, your portfolio can't afford any major hits. The time changes everything. So truly, risk tolerance isn't a feeling. It's a function of your time horizon. Another aspect of time when it comes to retirement that most people don't think about is whether or not they want to fully stop working or just work less. This is really a question of full versus partial retirement. That's a huge distinction. Partial retirement gives you flexibility. It extends your earning years, which means you can take more risk and for longer. It allows your retirement portfolio to grow while you're drawing less from it, and means there's extended room to take calculated risks. But full retirement at age 60, you need your portfolio to carry way more weight and to do it sooner. That'll affect how we allocate, when we de-risk, and how we plan distributions. Again, it all comes back to time. When deciding between full and partial retirement, you must ask yourself again, when do you need the money and how long does it need to last? These aren't just numbers, these are decisions. They're big ones and they shape everything you do around planning your retirement. Here's the bottom line. If you've been earning but not building wealth, you need to ask yourself these 3 questions. Have you mapped your money to time? Have you defined your finish lines? And do you have a clear direction? That means for your portfolio and your decisions. So what do you do now? You follow these 3 steps. Step 1, define your goals. Step 2, assign time horizons to each. And step 3, align your portfolio to those timelines. If this feels a little overwhelming, that's okay, and you're definitely not alone. This is exactly why people work with advisors. Not because they can't do it themselves, but because they don't want to leave something this important up to chance. Stay tuned to this series, because in the next video, we're going to get tactical. We're going to walk you through how time horizon directly shapes your asset allocation, and how to build a real portfolio around your goals and not just your feelings. Stick around. This is when the real planning starts. We hope you guys enjoyed this video on time horizons and planning for retirement. This is actually part of a bigger series going over retirement from front to end and every way you can strategize to give yourself an edge. So go ahead, click that like button, subscribe to our channel, click that notification bell to stay tuned every time we upload, and check out our playlist to see all the different retirement videos we have to help you level up your portfolio and start creating real wealth for you and your family.